Good evening, everyone. Final prediction show of the evening. It's the second Undisputed World Championship fight. It's on Sunday morning here in the UK, straight off the back of Canelo versus Crawford. This one's at Super Bantamweight. A fight that's probably going to be overshadowed this weekend, but a fight we've been clambering for a long time now. Naoya Inoue will defend against Murodjon Akhmadaliev. For me, and for most people, the number one versus the number two fighter at 122 pounds. Eddie, Frank Smith, all the Matchroom been lobbying for this one. So MJ's finally got his chance in the lights. No UK broadcast yet, unfortunately. Hopefully that'll be ironed out by
fucking mad
Sunday morning, which is a ridiculous thing. But yeah, boys, great fight. Like I say, it's probably not going to make many headlines till Sunday because Canelo Crawford's going on. But yeah, great fight in Inoue versus MJ.
Well, I mean, it's the fight we've been calling for. This is the fight that everyone's been calling for. We've certainly been calling for it. Akhmadaliev is probably his toughest test for me.
Up there for sure.
Or one of, if not his toughest tests. You know, he's solid, good chin, good work rate. I don't know if he hits as hard or harder than in a way it's difficult to tell.
I wouldn't say he hits as hard, but he hits hard. MJ.
Solid puncher, isn't he? Solid puncher. I think it's definitely a stiff test and somebody at the right weight. Do you know what I mean? I'm excited by it, really.
Look, MJ Akhmadaliev is going to be one of two things come Sunday evening for us. He's going to be another fighter that's called out Inoue, said they've got the skill set to beat him and find out they don't, or he is going to be the one that can unlock that Pandora's box and finally beat the monster. I think that's the interesting thing. Look, MJ was calling for this fight before he was signed by Matchroom. Obviously, that rigmarole and clamour has gone up since he's been with Eddie because there's a bigger unit and promotional company behind him. At some point, Canelo's going to run into someone that's more natural at the weight class at the time. Sorry, Canelo. Inoue is going to run into someone more natural at the weight class at the time, and it's going to be too much for him. Mm-hmm. It could be Akhmadaliev. It could be this Sunday that it happens. But as we pointed out yesterday, he's too slow. He's not quick enough to catch Inoue on his way out because he's not cumbersome, but he plants his feet, doesn't he, Jay? He plants his feet and he has to be steady before his hand goes. He doesn't have too much lateral movement and punch selection. I think you'd favour Inoue still, especially in Japan, but
timing though. Didn't Neri knock him down?
Neri did. Promotion card, and that's both dropped him in the first round. So he's clearly cold sometimes in the first round.
I think Akhmadaliev's chance is if he sits on the ropes and waits for Inoue to back out and then throws, or maybe throws with him. But slightly,
that's what
a bit like
he's gonna have to go into the fire MJ if he wants to win. There's no doubt about it.
But let him take one. Know you're gonna get one. A bit like when Conor McGregor knocked out Aldo. He knows he's gonna get one, but he's expecting it, and he throws just after him.
I think we have seen in recent times vulnerabilities. Look, he's been dropped in 2 of his last 4, but he's also taking more shots in Inoue now than he was 2 or 3 years
He's fighting above his natural weight class, so it's going to happen. There's a rumour that this is his last one at Super Bantam if he gets through, and he's going to fight at featherweight in December. I believe he might lose at 126 purely because, look, it's Canelo Crawford fight week. There's weight classes for a reason, and all this narrative's been thrown out all week, but I genuinely think that 126 might be a bridge too far for him. But look, he's
Nick Ball's not the guy. I don't think Nick Ball's the guy to do that.
No, he beat Nick Ball. He beat Nick Ball, I think. There's a couple of other guys. Rafael Espinosa would be a hard fight for him, I think. But anyway, look.
I think Shaki Foster would be a terrible fight.
That's what I was about to say.
Well, Foster's feather, though. That's another weight.
He can make feather, though. He can make feather, but yeah.
Shaki moved up for a world title, mate. Not because he was tight in a weight. He moved up for a belt. I think
he can get back down if the fight's there and the money's right.
Look, timing beats speed, and we know Akhmadaliev has precision timing because we've seen it in all of his recent fights, especially when he was on the Joshua Ngannou card. Those knockouts and ultimately knockdowns and a knockout he got on that card came as a result of timing over speed, if that makes sense. If he can time Inoue, land those punches to the temple, because we know Inoue carries his hands just below his ears, so there is room to get to his temple if you can find it. Akhmadaliev could stop him, but you just think, especially in Japan, Inoue just always seems to turn it on. He always delivers for his fans to turn out.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for MJ to get a decision as well. No, Luca.
No, Luca. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to.
We're waiting on the word from
listen to it on the radio.
Yeah, we'll listen to it on the radio.
Yeah,
I think
on the Fire Stick channel.
If MJ wins on the cards, he won't get it in Japan. I think it's going to be Dan.
So I'll tell you now. Well. I'll tell you now, Sam. I've written down. You can't bloody see it, but I've put Inoue points, but should be either a draw or MJ.
Yeah, I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a close fight on the cards.
But MJ's not getting it if it's close.
Oh, he's not getting it. MJ will have to. Well, no, I'm not going to say that's the worst.
You know what?
He's got to knock him out to get a draw.
It's probably going to be a 7-5 in reality that gets read out as a 9-3 or a 10-2 on the cards. I know it's cynical us looking at it like that, but that's probably what we're going to get, isn't it? A tight fight.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going
massage from the scorecards.
No, we'll find a way, boys. Don't worry about that.
We're all right, Kyle.
I would be gobsmacked if a UK broadcaster doesn't pick that fight up, especially with MJ being a Matchroom and DAZN fighter. I'll be surprised. But look, we'll and Top Rank probably need a few quid with what's going on. They haven't got a broadcaster, have they? So I'm sure they can sell the rights to.
Haven't got a broadcaster in the UK anymore either, have they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it would have been on Sky Sports, wouldn't it, with the old deal? But we all kind of in agreement, and it'll be a close enough fight, but Inoue will sneak through.
I think Inoue will sneak through points, deserved or not. I think Inoue, as you said, unless he gets stopped.
Yeah. It feels weird that three of us are backing in a Inoue fight to go the distance. One of the best finishers in the sport, but
he's going to reach a point where he has to box rather than look for stoppages, and this is probably the first time where it makes sense to see Inoue look to go the distance rather than potentially gas himself out.
Luca, get Surfshark. You get a Japanese VPN on there.
Yeah, Luca's got a point, actually. Yeah, they could just do it on their YouTube.
Matchroom YouTube as well. They've done a few Japanese cards just
That's right. They put Sugar Nunes against Rikishi on YouTube.
That was just on YouTube. So we'll find a way, lads.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll find a way. But yeah, we all think it'll be close. Looking forward to it. That's it for tonight. So thanks to Liam and Jay's Fight Talk. Go and check out the channel, LT Sweet Boxing Science. Check out that new channel as well.
Kyle, it works in my house, brother. I've had Surfshark for years.
Fantastic weekend of boxing. Oh, brilliant. Dan, cannot wait for it, mate. We'll be back for the longs
nice to see you, Dan.
Jay and Liam have got straight talk.
Straight talk tomorrow night with Liam. I've got a couple of shorts there. I tried Surfshark and Top Browser, but I got another one working. Surfshark works fine for me. But I'm also one of them dickheads that spends £200 a month on television, so they might broadcast it live from my back garden. The money I've put in the pockets.
Oh, love it. Right, everybody, we'll see you for the Crocker Donovan card and